Good evening, folks, and welcome back. So I made a Battlegrounds video a couple days ago talking about why I use trophy champs and kind of looking at some kind of legitimate sandbagging strategy, not like full-on sandbagging where you're loading up your roster with 2 stars and 1 stars, but kind of approaching it in more of a methodical way that takes the disadvantages of your roster and uses them to your advantage in the ways that you would be able to ban your opponent's champions while strengthening your own. And, I've seen a lot of posts about sandbagging. I've seen a lot of videos about sandbagging. Rich the Man covered a video the other day about Kabam trying to address that on some of the higher roster players or, the community in general, sandbagging and using unsportsmanlike behavior in, such a fantastic game mode. Now, I didn't feel like I was really a sandbagger. It's kind of a gray area, using lower ends of your roster, not using your absolute 30 best champions. But, as you can see, the roster I have right now is mostly trophy champions with, 4 stars. Most of the 4 stars being annoying champions that I don't like to fight, that I like to ban. But as I mentioned, I was watching Rich the Man's video on the Battlegrounds Sandbagging and Kabam releasing the information that they haven't been able to fix it yet, and they're still looking into it. And I was sitting at work today thinking about that, and I think I came up with an excellent solution. And, most of it is focused around the banning mechanic. There's been a lot of comments and ideas about how to address the sandbagging, how to avoid it, how to, ban people for doing it. And, there just isn't really a great way that I think that Kabam has addressed to come up with a solution for it. And I really think I've got a great idea. I'm not a developer, I'm not a programmer. I don't know all the nuances and the back end stuff and the data and what would be involved. But on the surface level, with my experience, I think I've come up with a solution that would address all of it. And it would really kill like 4 birds with 1 stone. I think not only would it de-incentivize sandbagging, using those low 2-star characters that, you're going to see big rosters do, or 1 stars, it would de-incentivize using the low characters. It would, I think, align players with other players more at their progression level. More Cavs would match with Cavs, more Thronebreakers would match with Thronebreakers, more Paragons would match with Paragons. And beyond that, I think it would allow people to get out of their comfort zone and think more creatively about rank ups, about who to rank up and take up some unique characters and kind of expand their roster in more creative ways than just everyone bringing up Hulkling and Cersei and Rintra and, the pretty much common characters that you're going to run into almost everyone's deck, some permutation of whether it's a rank 4 6-star, rank 3 6-star, or maxed out 5-star. Pretty much everyone has roughly the same set of 30 characters, give or take, a couple of changes, because not everyone has a fully loaded out roster. Anyway, so the solution I came up with is sorry, I'm kind of trying to figure out how to get out of here. Save and close. There we go. The solution I have come up with surrounds the banning mechanic. Right now, and as I explained in my previous Battlegrounds video, when you ban a character, when you ban your opponent's character, you remove that character from your own pool to be able to be used. So if you have, a 5-star Shang-Chi and you ban your opponent's 6-star Shang-Chi, you're not going to be able to use this 5-star. That's removed from your deck. And it got me thinking, what if bans, and here's the idea I have, here's the solution I think to solve the sandbagging. What if the bans were restricted to the same or higher rarity? In other words, in order to ban an opponent's character, you would have to have in your deck the same character at the same rarity or higher. Not necessarily the same rank. It's just if you have a 6-star, you'd be able to ban anything below a 6-star. If you have the 5-star, you would only be able to ban up to the 5-star. So if you've got a 5-star Nick Fury, but your opponent has a 6-star Nick Fury, you would not be able to ban your opponent's 6-star Nick Fury. But he, in turn, could ban your 5-star Nick Fury, which would also remove his 6-star from his pool. And to beyond that, if you don't have the character at all in your deck, then you wouldn't be able to ban that character. If he's got a thing in his set of 30 champions, but you don't have a thing in your set of champions, you would not be able to ban his thing. And at first glance, when I was thinking about this, I thought, oh well, that's just gonna really hurt people that don't have deep rosters. That's just gonna be another hindrance for folks that don't have that massive deep roster set. And the more I thought about it, the more it actually started to make sense anyway. In spite of that, I think it might be a problem in the first day or two, maybe the first week of each Battleground season, as everyone's kind of in the same circuit and bracket. But as people fight and start getting their placement and matching with players that have similar rosters, it would spread out and you would wind up only matching with people that have similar rosters to your own. Like me, I'm a Paragon with a pretty loaded roster. If I had nothing but rank 3s and up, it's unlikely that I would ever match with someone that has a full set of max 5-stars, or maybe 5-stars and a couple of rank 2 6-stars and rank 1 6-stars. I think that would be the solution, because now I could use lower characters. I could drop and not use my rank 3s and rank 4s, and I could use rank 1s and I could use 5-stars. But what would happen is all the 5-stars I'm using, I wouldn't be able to ban my opponent's 5-stars. And that's what incentivizes players to use their best versions of their characters, so that they are not caught in a situation where I might be bringing in 5-star Doom, but I'm not going to be able to ban my opponent's 6-star Doom. So why would I do that? I would want to bring in my 6-star Doom so that I have the option to ban my opponent's 6-star Doom should I encounter it and want to ban it. And I think that's the solution. I think it's as simple as that, honestly. You would wind up having people do more creative rank ups, because if you have a bunch of characters in your deck that other players don't commonly have, you have less bannable characters. If they don't have all the characters in their deck that you have in yours, or at least the same matching rarity in their deck that you have in yours, they can't ban your characters. So now you're playing your best, highest, top tier characters in hopes that they don't have a 6-star version of them to be able to ban yours, and it protects your account. It protects your roster. But I think what would wind up happening with the matchmaking, and because of the characters' PIs and their PIs and their prestige is the word I was looking for there, I think you would wind up facing players with very, very similar rosters to yours. Not only progression-wise, Cavs versus Cavs, Thrones with Thrones, Paragons with Paragons, but I think you would wind up having roughly the same 30 characters too, so that it's still a pretty even playing field. If you're going in there with nothing but max 5-stars, but those max 5-stars are all pretty high prestige characters, you're going to likely match up with someone that's got the same max 5-stars, or maybe a mix of 5-stars and rank 2 6-stars, and in that case they might have a slight advantage, but a max 5-star is a little more powerful than a rank 2 6-star, with the exception of the health gain back. That you can earn a little bit back of the health that you lost. That's the advantage of the 6-star. But I don't know. Tell me what you think, guys. I was thinking about this today, and I really think it's a great solution. I think it solves all the problems in Battlegrounds. I can't think of very many negatives with it. Even players that don't have deep rosters are still going to use the best roster they have, and they're going to match with players with a similarly best roster they have. If a Paragon or a higher, just a player that's got a much deeper roster happens to match with these lower players, then they're cutting themselves down. They're still going to be at a disadvantage. because they're having to choose lower characters than their best. And that comes back to sandbagging, but if their lower characters aren't the same rarity or greater than yours, then they're not going to be able to ban you anyway, and it de-incentivizes it completely. I think it's a great solution. I think it's something that Kabam should look at. Now, I'm not on the forums or anything. I don't have any means or method to be able to send this to Jax or, Kabam Mike or anything. If any of you guys like this idea, if you agree with it, if you think it's something that can work to address the sandbagging and incentivize people to use their best champions and give people reason to look at their characters more creatively when they rank up, maybe going outside the fold to have some level of uniqueness in their deck so that they have less bannable characters. If this is a good idea, if you guys agree with it, then help me out. Leave comments, discuss it in the comments. Let me know what holes you see that I'm not thinking of, any cons that I'm not considering. If you think it's a great idea, awesome. I'd love for it to be shared with Kabam somehow. If someone can get this over to the forums, if it's a great idea, I'd love to see it spread. I'd love to see it grow. I think it's something that'd be very, very easy to implement because they can use their same matchmaking algorithms. They can use all the same, all the work that they've put into Battlegrounds already could stay in place. I'm timing out because I'm not doing anything interesting on my screen. Everything that Kabam has done to establish Battlegrounds can stay in place. Let's go look at the store. Do we have anything? Do we have anything to spend? We are fresh out of Battlegrounds. We got to get some some more, whatever these are called. I don't even know what this currency is called. Here we go. Trophy tokens. We need to get some more trophy tokens. By the way, this is what the Paragon Battlegrounds store looks like, folks. Not to go down a rabbit hole and get completely sidetracked here. But anyway, as I was saying, let's get this over to Kabam. Let's see if they can implement it. As I said, they can use all of the same mechanics, all the same algorithms. All they need to do is edit the banning just a little bit. They just need to tweak the banning functionality where you can only ban characters. You can only ban your opponent's characters that you have the same or greater rarity of in your deck. And I think that addresses every single problem in Battlegrounds. There's still going to be cheaters. There's still going to be people that use like software and third-party crap to figure out how to circumvent the game, and those guys should be drugged through the streets. But for the ones that are just creatively manipulating their deck in order to get favorable matches, I think just this simple ban adjustment is all that needs to happen to completely eliminate all of the benefits that has. Anyway, man, we need to grind some Battlegrounds and get these rewards. Those 5-star relic crystals are calling to us. We need to pick those up. We're at 1325, trying to get up to another 2,000 so we can get another 5-star relic. Those are super valuable. A lot of people aren't liking the relic system, or haven't taken the time to really appreciate it. I think it's something that is going to be big long term. Obviously, I'm always trying to think of the long game and think, a couple steps ahead in the future and invest in what's going to benefit the account, 6 months from now or a year from now. And I really think relics are going to be a game changer once they get them tuned in and more people have them and start getting them aligned with characters that they really make sense for. Anyway, leave some comments. Let me know what you think. Sorry to rattle on forever aimlessly here. I was trying to clean up this video a bit. I made a version of it earlier today, but didn't quite like how it came out. But anyway, this is round 2. I don't know why I went to my crystals. I meant to go back to the Battlegrounds section here. I'm sitting here at gold 2, trying to climb that ladder. We need those trophy tokens. Man, I haven't been able to break through Vibranium yet. I think Diamond 3 is as high as I've gotten. I've not been able to successfully get past Vibranium, but that's because, I lack the skill, I lack the champion knowledge, and I'm using nothing but trophy characters for the most part. But I think if they were to implement this ban mechanic, I think it'd be really, really interesting and be an absolute game changer for the mode as far as leveling the playing field and getting everyone on the same page and matching players that are have similar accounts. But anyway, hope you guys have a good night, and until next time, I'll talk to you later.